Old ass guts. Definitely gonna have to clean this and fix all this old shit. So that's coming next. Oh, oh, I hate it. It's gonna be down here, but this is all PVC. Down at the bottom is gonna be PEX, and you know, we'll get there. Plumbing tools, bath fixtures, tub and shower. No, we're gonna go maybe this way. Drain, plumbs, dryer vents, no. Toilet repair, yeah, that's probably where we're going. Now what we want is a fluid master kit. Down here, by the way, if you guys ever have to replace seals at the bottom of the toilet, this is what you want to do. The fluid master stuff I think is the best, even better than wax, like some of the stuff they have down here, fantastic. But I want to get the kits. So we have the Fluid Master all-in-one, which is pretty legit. I think that's what we might do. So this guy here has it's got the valve and the flapper. And I think that's probably gonna fix it. We have the universal all-in-one right here. I think this also gives us the handle. This one doesn't do that, but this one gives us the handle, the valve, and the plunger all in one. And it's not too expensive. It's like, I don't know, 20 bucks, something like that. So we're gonna grab this and we're just gonna get to it. Okay, so when I was in Home Depot, I was thinking, does it make sense to get the one with the handle, or just the one with the valve? Which this is the valve right here, and it uses this floater ball to like shut itself off. And for whatever reason, like as the water fills up, this thing doesn't want to shut itself off appropriately. And I could sit here and adjust the ball and adjust the the post and everything else, but the real problem is here. And that's where the vibration is coming from, and it's like rattling the whole house. It's not going to work. The Fluid Master stuff that I got has the floater incorporated into the valve, so that's going to fix that, and I'll show you that later. But the one thing I was concerned about is, should I get the handle included on this? And god damn, this thing is, I mean, it's old, and you could tell it's old. It was copper, and I mean, it's just bad. So what I'm gonna do is empty the water completely and take everything out. And in order for me to do that, I have to do a few things first. The first thing is, down here, I gotta shut off the valve, right? So this is the water shut off valve. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I'm gonna turn the water off. I'm gonna get that as tight as I can get it. Okay, so no more water. So when I flush, this thing's gonna go. And I'm gonna try to empty it as much as I can. I'm not gonna get it all though. Okay, so I've kind of surveyed the landscape here. There's a couple of things that I want to point out. The first thing is this nut that holds the handle is cracked right here. That's not really going to do a whole lot except for not allowing you to pull the plunger, but I mean it still works. But you can tell, like, I mean, that's super calcified, and You know, it's broken. And everything in here is like, it's a mess. So I'm going to keep this little guy right here. And I think what I'm going to do down here is pull the plunger. I'm going to pop this nut. I'm probably going to have to bang this thing off. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull that across the threads. So I'm going to have to use like a screwdriver, get it down in here and hit it with a hammer, you know, knock it off. And then pull the plunger off. Well, actually, I could probably do that right now. Yeah, this guy, he's just held on by tabs. Most plungers are. You just pop them right off. So, let me get him out of there. This is going to all come out. I'm going to replace this handle. And the valve that's faulty, it's going to come out too. There's a little metal clip that holds that on. This little clip. This probably pops right out. Yep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off. I have to get that out from the bottom. Once I get that out and I get this out, then I can put the new stuff in. And I'm going to clean stuff first. So before I put the new stuff in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to attack this from the bottom. The one thing about these valves, the water comes out. So the hose that I just disconnected right here, this is where the water comes from, like that valve that I turned off down here. The water's going to come out of here, and that's what fills the tank. All the water drains down through here, and then it shoots out into here, and then there's an S pipe typically in the bottom. You can't see it, but it goes like this and down here. It gets flushed out, and then where the water comes in is up under here. So I have to take that off. And then if you look where the hose connects to the bottom of the tank, take the hose off first. And then the bottom of the tank has that nut right there. And that nut is what's holding this post, or the, you know, for the valve in place. So I'm going to loosen that stuff up, get this old valve out with the floater ball, and then we'll put the new stuff in. But before I put the new stuff in, I want to clean up all this old, yucky, you know, ness. So I'll probably be in here scrubbing, cleaning, and, you know, get it good to go. And the next time we see this, it should look much better. So that's going to take care of this piece of the the repair, I guess, and we'll go from there. Okay, so same thing I told you. You know, I got the you know, the water input kind of disconnected. I wanted to make sure that was good to go. When I did that, I also had taken off this nut that was holding in this guy right here. You hear that noise up top? And I'll show you what that is. All right, so the water feeds the valve. Oh, excuse me. And here's the valve right here. I could actually, he's loose now. Look at this shit. I mean, just gross. Ew. Just put some yuck on my wall. But yeah, I can throw this guy out. That's actually going to get bagged up properly later. And then the next thing is to bang this thing off and take this out. And then I'll clean all this up. So that's next. Okay. So, new guts. I tried to clean the tank. I actually kind of made it a little bit messier than I probably should have. But I couldn't get all that stuff out, and the rest of the stuff is stained. So, I did what I could. You know, new tech. You know, the new handle is here. Plunger. I left the old drain stem in. Here's the new valve. The floater is actually built into the valve. That's what this guy is right here. And in fact, if you look right here, there's like you can put a screwdriver in there and kind of put some tension on it. You can raise and lower the water level, like the fill line, right? If you look here, this is an old tank. It was literally created damn near around the time I was born, I think. So the water line used to be pretty high. Water conservation line was down below. Actually, that's where I set it because, you don't, unless you're in here like pooping out babies or something like that, you don't need a whole lot of water. And these things actually create a pretty good vortex. I know it's gross, but you don't have to use that much water. And so it's going to save me money. The old one before was going all the way up, maybe a little bit higher. You can even tell by that blue line, it was going higher than the water line. And it was constantly draining, and, the valve was failing and it was vibrating and causing all kinds of noise. Here's what this does now. And I know it's kind of goofy, but when I flush it, this guy's doing its thing. Hey, all right. Now what's happening here, that's done. Floater already finished, the plunger's down. It's gonna fill up to the water conservation line, which is where it should have been filling to the whole time. And then what it's gonna do is just shut off. It's not gonna vibrate, it's not gonna buzz, it's not gonna be a butthole. It's just gonna be done. Water, man. Blasting right down there. Super efficient. You can even control the flow with this little guy. Control like where the water stops here. We're not worried about that. Just wanted to hit the water conservation line. I think I got it tuned all the way in. And once it hits that line, it's going to shut off. Yeah. That's it. No more vibrating, no more crazy, no more nothing. Yeah, I mean, I could probably buy a new toilet. This thing is, or just really give it a good cleaning, but I'm done. I repaired it. No more problems. So I'm going to put the bathroom back together, do what I have to do, and, well, that's it, man. No more problems. Boom, done. Later.